everybody. Thank you for connecting with us, Marita. This is Marita from the Golden Voyage or the Gouden Reis, and myself from Armed Heart. And we are going to be discussing a few things about the Golden Voyage
Yes.
and just move around what we are inspired to connect with. Um, the butterfly as well. It has been mentioned on the other channel, the Multidimensional Comedy Club, um, where you will know Marita from as well. So I'm going to share the page with everybody right now. Um, okay, and there we go. This is Marita's website. The website link will be at the bottom of the page. Okay, so Marita, uh, I decided to do a little chat and connection with you to interview you about your golden voyage and your butterfly and the butterfly and how you have implemented it in your life. Um, and yeah, how long have you, if I could ask you, how long have you been working on the butterfly?
Yeah, that's always hard to say because time is really a strange thing. But I think it's already for 2, 3 years. I'm connected with the butterfly, um, connected in this lifetime with the
Mm.
butterfly. I better say because the butterfly is already on Earth before humans were here. So the butterfly is really connected with the earth,
Okay,
and it's the energy you work with, and you are the energy. You are the butterfly,
okay.
and
So the term butterfly, so you've been busy with really exploring your energetic experience with regards to the butterfly for basically a few lifetimes, right? I mean, that's what I can pick up from you. Uh,
yes, yes,
and it wasn't always called the butterfly. I know it might have been called something else, but it has that frequency of rebirth,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. Yeah, during the centuries, always somebody picked it up and manifested. And now in this lifetime, of my lifetime, I have connected with Inge Blij. She's also living in Holland at this moment, and her husband Arno, and another group of people who are all connected there. They are practicing the butterfly, and they are trying um, to make people connect with it and be familiar with it and use it to come in your own energy, in your own power, be your own strength,
Okay,
and the energy, the butterfly movement, the butterfly energy to um, yeah, to be yourself, to
yeah,
be your own self and your own responsibility for yourself.
okay.
So
So, okay, it has, from what we have discussed previously, there is uh, the movement itself. How would you describe it um, as what does it do? So for example, for everybody who has no idea what it is, start from scratch, what would you say? How do
um,
you work with it? What is it?
yeah, yeah, describing it is difficult
Yeah.
because feeling it is much more, yeah, then you can experience it. So, but when you start to do it, then you start at stage one, of course, and it's uh, feeling the energy in your body, feeling the energy in your hands. Uh, when people are, for example, putting their hands together and moving them together and apart, then you can feel energy between your hands. That's a really easy exercise to start to practice with feeling energy.
Okay.
And when you are doing the butterfly, you have a couple of movements with your hands and with your feet and with your body to feel that energy, to collect it, the energy, to collect energy from the earth and to collect energy from heaven. So and then bundle it in your own body.
Okay. So it's mastering, essentially, from my understanding, what is already existing within and around us.
Yes,
Mastering, or not, well, not mastering, that it means control, but to uh, be
to
in
feel
it,
it,
to feel
to
it,
feel it, to be in
feel it.
it, to be aware of it.
Okay. Okay.
It's a consciousness exercise to be more conscious of yourself, be more conscious of your environment and who you are, what you're doing,
Mm.
all things like that.
Okay. So, um, how would you say, I mean, or how would you rather describe how could it be applied in, let's say, the times of now, of what we're going through?
Yes, I think it's now really time to connect with the butterfly, and because it's so a disturbing time and so things are um, all over the place. People are getting information for all kinds of information, and a lot of people are confused.
Mm.
And by connecting with yourself to the movement of the butterfly, um, then you can come in some kind of relaxed awareness of what's happening, and
Mm.
you have more like a view about what's what's connecting with you, what's resonating with you, and what's not for you, what you can go let go of, information that's um, not resonating with you, so you can just let it go without having something to say about it or some judgment about it.
Okay. So basically, while the situation on the planet is really in a sort of hyper state of extremities, because from what I can pick up, it's been going, it's more pronounced now in terms of uh, what everybody's experiencing, what the work you do can assist with is really to then take control of oneself. If everything is a micro and a macro, which it is, micro within and macro around, inside
Mhm.
and external, um, then this movement, this movement that is done in a disciplined manner,
Mhm.
will then be able to assist one to be in control of oneself in a time more now than ever before. Would you agree with me? That's what I would feel.
Yes,
That's what I feel.
yes, I totally agree with you, because it's not like to say this is good or that is bad, because maybe it's not always clear what's good and what's bad, and maybe it will change during the time. So when you are connected with yourself and you are in ease with yourself and in peace with yourself and in power with yourself, then it's not that important. It's important what's outside, but the most important thing is what is inside you. Are you living in fear, or are you living in peace with yourself? And maybe the total world is in fear, but when you are in peace with yourself, you can stand, you can survive the storm that's now uh, around the world.
Mm. And this storm is really uh, and a type of shifting of a myriad of conflicting thoughts all at the same time. So it's like and all sorts of energy. It's like you get the peacekeepers, the protesters, the war makers, the ones that want freedom, etc., etc., etc. Everything seems to be more orchestrated on the planet right now, which is why this particular exercise that we're having is such a very positive movement of oneself, because essentially there's so much fear around the planet in terms of the new world order, and I'm saying it for what it is, which is essentially just really a control of a person or being's sovereign self. And so but this movement, the butterfly movement, is essentially a sovereign way, staying of a sovereign self. I mean, to maintain independence, right?
Yes,
Okay. So,
that's what it's about.
okay.
Being in control of over yourself and be connected with the whole world. So you are one in the group. You are not one of the group.
Okay.
You're
So it,
still in group of, you are still in the group. You are still in your environment. You are in your family. You are with your friends, whatever, in your country.
okay.
But you are still yourself.
Okay.
You're not part of them. You are with them.
Okay.
With
So,
other.
sorry, apologize. So I'm sorry. I'm just going with what I'm picking up from what you're giving information and so on. So I feel strongly with you that if we had to apply this particular discipline, even if it's just a part of the discipline on a daily basis, that it would essentially switch on the environment around us, would you say? Do you think it can do that?
Everything you do, everything you say, everything you think, every movement you make has an inflect, an impact uh, on your environment. Because every stroke of the wing of the butterfly has an effect on the whole world.
Okay, like the butterfly
So whatever
effect.
you do, and when you want to have an effect on the world without going protesting or without going doing big things,
Mm,
you can do a small thing just for you,
mm.
and then you are setting it free for everybody else.
Okay. Okay, well, this is pretty interesting because it reminds me of, I know your website is called the Golden Voyage or the Gouden Reis.
Mhm.
Um, and uh, it essentially is gold. Gold is the purified energy of an in alchemy, which is truth. Gold represents in alchemy truth. So essentially, the energy that you're working with, the golden voyage through the butterfly, uh, yes? How
Yes,
would you agree?
yes, I agree. Yes,
Okay.
you're saying it really beautiful. So thank you.
It's just what I'm picking up from what it would represent for me. So I'm just speaking from myself, my observation, and yes. So thank you. This is quite a remarkable discipline. I keep calling it a discipline because one has to be disciplined. I mean, when you wake up in the morning, it's a discipline to um, brush your teeth, to wash your hair, and whatever. Um, that if you maintain a disciplined moment of thought, then it means you are still inherently in control of your actions. Um, Perhaps this is the next form of creating an inner discipline so that there can be more discipline perhaps expressed around. In terms of, when I say discipline, I'm not speaking about military regime or anything that is forced upon one's nature, but a nature that is yeah, nature, mother nature, nature in itself. Yes, the
Yeah,
mother.
yeah. When you are going to practice the butterfly, and even when you are just like the beginning or like stage 2 or 3 or whatever, but when you just think about the butterfly, if you have done it a few times, your cells will go and remember the movement. So then you can even do it in your thoughts, and you think, oh, I have no time to do it, then you just have to think about it.
Okay.
And then you are already in the energy of the butterfly. So it's really easy. You can make it big, like with the whole movement, and like it's a practice you do every morning. Or you can say, okay, I have no time, but I will think about it.
Okay. And so,
So then,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's uh, like we are saying so much so easy, like, oh, I have no time for meditation, I have no time for my diet, I don't have time for going to the gym or whatever, but you always have time to think because we're always thinking. So
Mm.
when you don't just
Yeah.
think about it, then you
Okay.
don't have to have the time every day. And the more you think about it, the more your cells will remember, and the more time you will spend on it
Okay.
without, because maybe then you say, oh, okay, I will spend time on the butterfly, except on watching television or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It makes sense. Um, yeah, that is actually a pretty amazing re thing to remark for what you said there. Uh, it makes me think, or it makes me go into extra directions now. And what I wanted to ask you, as well as personal interest, is um, if you had to apply, let's say, okay, aside from the fact that what I'm going to, for the viewers that who are very interested in this, they can all go onto your website and connect with you there with regards to wanting to sign up for
mhm.
for for the for the movements, right?
Yeah,
Um,
there are several people who can teach the butterfly in the Netherlands, but
okay,
also it is possible to do it online, or
okay,
there are a lot of options to for people to learn about it.
okay. So it can be done online.
And other people have some movies online. There's
Okay,
also a website. It's called The Butterfly, so you can all
okay,
find it online.
okay. But initially it would be good just to sign up through onto on your website, just to connect, and then from there on, the rest is just assistance to getting to the classes or connecting on the classes, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so now, okay, here's my, okay, so so for those who know me on this channel, I use a lot of mantras or affirmations. Um, I don't like the word mantra as such, but that's the only way to describe what it is. It really would combine quite well if the affirmation of the word is, or the sentence of the word. Let's say, for example, I'm just giving an example of this. uh, I would say that I am guided protected and guided. Okay, that's a statement. You would be able then to use the same energy of the movement and then use it in the mantra as well. You could be able to combine the two.
Yes, that's part of the butterfly. Before you start, you set an intention. You can set a mantra or a thought about what you are going to accomplish for yourself. I will be in control of myself, or
Yeah.
I will be safe and healthy. Or
Mm.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
take like a mantra, or you can just have an intention,
Okay.
like a really clear and pure intention to work with energy.
Now, another thing that's come to me while you're talking there is when I look at this form of energy work, I sense what comes to me is that this comes from the original movement of the way words are spoken in physical movement in terms of creation. So, in other words, when one speaks certain words or when one speaks in a certain frequency, the words that are spoken, it doesn't necessarily have to be actual words of this language of this planet, but the words are um, expression, in impression. So impression, intent, impression, expression,
Yes,
right? That would be one. That would be, for example, part of the move. That is that. Do I interpret what you're explaining correctly?
yes, yes. That's yeah, that's part of the movement. It's an intention. It's an expression. So yeah, it's all part of it. It's like talking to yourself without words.
Okay. Okay. So then this, I would say, is creational, creative,
Yes,
creational.
yeah, yeah. You can create when you are disciplined in it and you are practice a lot and you go to stage 2 or 3, then yeah, then you can do more with the energy, not only for yourself but also for your environment and also for the world and also for maybe even farther away,
Okay.
clear energy or heal energy. Or but yeah, then you have to be really in control
Mm.
of what you are doing.
Okay.
You have to be responsible for what you are doing with the energy.
Okay.
So it's not, it's really, it's an easy movement when you stay with yourself.
Yeah.
Then it's safe.
Yeah.
Then you
So
say, I will go and I will put in also my environment or other people, or be aware of your responsibility. You
okay.
have to carry all the energy.
Okay. So essentially, whatever I do, what I do within myself is really and will really change and influence that which is around me by
Yes.
default.
Yes,
Okay.
but always when you do something for yourself, it will have an effect on your environment.
Yeah.
Because when you change an energy point in yourself, it will shine out to your environment.
Okay. So
That's
then,
also when a lot of people want somebody else to change
yes.
because they are doing something to have to that person. When somebody is doing something to me, I can say, okay, that person has to change,
Yeah.
or I can change in myself
Yes.
my reaction to that person. When I change my reaction, that person can't do the things they did before because I'm not reflecting it anymore.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's
That's a
also the
very
butterfly
important.
can help you to stay with yourself, to be pure and clear about your intention.
Okay. That is excellent. That is really, really very interesting, very in profound information. Thank you. Um, so how would you, if you had to, so, you know what, I don't want to I don't want to go into the movements per se, because that is what you're going to be doing with the people when they sign up to your site. Um, but I can say definitely for sure that it would be a very good energy to apply, because it also, for me personally, it resonates with what I am all about for myself. So I'm personalizing it for me now, and I'm sharing it with you. Um, that it is the same as the heart frequency that comes from within, where there's a torus field that expands from around oneself. And in that way, it's the same as the expression, the intention, impression, expression, and experience. Um, so yeah, I'd say definitely that's definitely something that I would worth for me to explore more with you with regards to that.
Yes.
Um, so how would people be able to get hold of you, and where are you? Have you got social pages and things?
Yes, I have a Facebook page. I'm have an account on Instagram. I have Twitter, but I'm not really into Twitter, so maybe that's not the best way to connect with me. I have my website. I have email is on there. My phone number is on there. So there are a lot of ways to connect with me.
Okay, thank you. We will put the links at the bottom of this video. For everybody who's very interested in exploring the butterfly uh, and to explore the inner expression, which I would highly recommend, to please contact Marita Wimmen. Um, Marita, thank you very much for coming on and for taking the time to answer these questions and things. Um, I'm feeling that this is definitely, uh, in terms of physical work, this is the next best thing I feel that could change things for us.
Yes,
So
yes,
yes, that's why I'm pushing this with
really
you.
powerful. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So thank you very much, Aurora, for giving me this opportunity to talk about the butterfly and to yeah, to get more insight information for myself about the butterfly, because to talk with you about it's it, it's going to get more alive for me also. So that's really wonderful. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much.
much. Thanks for coming on. See you soon.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Bye
bye.
bye.